Hi, I think I'm live. All right. So, hi, welcome to Trusting Love Tarot. I am Miss D, your Sacred Union coach, here to show you the light I see in you. So, good morning. It's Saturday, and it's Saturday morning. Hi, I have my coffee, and I've got quite a few energy notes that I want to share with you. And this is going to be all about you, loving you. Okay, really, I want you guys to know this straight up. What's most important is you loving you right now. And to know that in your journey, you're not doing anything wrong. I know that can be hard sometimes. It can be a hard pill to swallow because we think in our journey that because there's so much movement, there is so much that is happening. And as we are, right, shedding and letting go of all that doesn't really fit anymore, that can have us feeling uncomfortable. It can have us feeling lost and confused, and it's all good. So just know that you're doing it perfectly, that you're not doing anything wrong. And by honoring yourself first and honoring you in this journey, you're doing it perfectly perfect. Okay. So I'm going to be talking about the Great Conjunction, and I'm also going to get into some reading here, and I'm going to wait for more people to join. So if you want to put any comments or if you have any questions, I am going to talk a bit about the twin flame journey. How do you know that you're on it? How do you know that you're a twin flame? I'm not going to go into all the details. Also to soul connection, I'm going to talk a little bit about the heart and the mastery within. Okay, that's really key. Now, there's going to be a great merge. I already talked about this before, and in my readings, it's been coming up. This is that big merge between the feminine and the masculine aspects. Now, this is within, and it's also with everyone around us, because that's when we start to see that, oh my gosh, you are me and I am you. That everyone is a mirror reflection of us. And so if there is something that someone is showing us and we don't necessarily like it, we need to kind of go, is that in me? Right. So there's going to be a lot more of that where I think people are going to be stepping into, or what I've been shown is taking more responsibility for our emotional sovereignty, right? Emotional mastery is key. It's fundamental in this sacred union, in twin flame, in soulmate, in any relationship, really. Okay. Now, some of you are going to have a really difficult time as you're learning to assimilate these parts of yourselves. Now, I want to talk to two groups of you. I want to talk to the group of you where you're really close to sacred union, like you're really close. And I'm calling it sacred union as in you guys are already in union. Okay. If you're experiencing any of the hiroscamos, if you're experiencing any of the heart, that beautiful heart energy through your chest, it's sublime. You'll be experiencing it in your own way, in your own right. Okay. So, I feel like you guys want to hear more about how the twins at this time are finding their way to each other when it seems so adverse. How is it possible? And I'm here to tell you that I've been shown it's a miracle. It doesn't really matter. You guys met in the very beginning under the most incredible circumstances. Why wouldn't you meet again under another incredible circumstance to bring you back together to final physical union? So to remember that. Okay. The other thing too is to make sure you're honoring your temples at this time. I know it's really easy to eat a lot of cookies and chocolate and all of that. I am too. I love it. I've already gained 2 pounds eating all my baking. It's all good. And that's the other part of this is that in this journey, don't beat yourself up. Okay. Please don't beat yourself up. Know that you are beautiful. Know that you're strong, that you can get through it, and that what we eat is a current reflection of how we're kind of feeling at the moment, or it's just I want to participate, I want to have some good stuff. So not to beat yourself up about those things. You will figure out what you need to do for you in your journey. You know, a lot of people say, well, you should go on, you should be vegan, you should be vegetarian, how about you just be you, and you'll know. You have all the answers right here inside of you. You know exactly what you need to do. Okay. So the other thing that is coming up a lot is how this time is going to crack you open to see your union, yourself, your love within in a whole new way. I want to give you the following message, and it's this: allow yourself to be completely cracked open during this time. It is so beautiful. It's so magical. It has so, if you are connected in the chest, if you are connected with someone that brings out that in love feeling, and I'm going to talk about that, that is exactly where you should be at this time for this great conjunction. Okay? Is to allow yourself to be so cracked open that you're willing to receive and give love openly to everyone around you. To everyone around you. Okay? And when you're on this divine journey, you know exactly what that feels like. Do you remember when you guys first met? Everybody has this experience when they first fall in love, and you have that like, right? And then the mind says, oh, they're giving it to me. It's them. They're giving it to me. No. The love, and I'm going to keep saying this, and I'm going to harp on it, and I'm going to harp on it. That love is actually in you. The love that you are feeling is in you. It is in you. It is not outside of you. And that's why you're being asked to open your heart, to open yourself to feeling it in a whole new way, and not to put it on someone else. And that was the past kind of programming of our relationships, that, you know, because when I met you, I felt all of this love. So that means you're responsible for continually giving me this love. So what we'll do is we'll perpetuate in our relationships that if I can keep you happy by doing all of these things, then that supports the love that we have between us. But that's not it. It's the love that you have for yourself. And so that's the greatest journey. That's the only thing I can really say that will help you through this time, is for you guys to really, really love yourself and be in that state of being in love all the time. Now, you can't be there all the time. You can try, but it's really, it's tough sometimes, even for me. Okay. So that's the other thing. It brings me to those that are in potential, like you're so close, sacred union, you're so close. Okay. So I want you to ask yourself, when you're in connection, when you're going inside and you're connecting, how long can you stay connected for? Because that is where you're going to need to be, is how comfortable can you be connecting all the time? And it doesn't have to be in desire. It doesn't have to be, it's just in love. Allowing yourself to just be in love, not in love like the whole romantic thing. No, it's the feeling of being in love, the love that you are inside of you. And so when you're connecting and you're going inside and you're allowing yourselves to feel that exchange within your chest, wherever you're feeling it, it's right for you, it's your experience. But what will happen is you'll start to notice, it's almost like a seesaw. One of you will be higher, okay, and going, yeah, like I'm good. I just want to love on you. And the other one is going, okay, wait a minute, I'm going through a purge or healing, and I can't connect with you. I can't meet you where you are. And so I'm like, well, the other part too is sometimes they're not in that moment of connecting. And so what you might feel is sort of like a blockage. It might come up like a little bit of a pain or like a little stint or something, but that means because in that moment, they're not focused on the connection within. They're connecting outside. They're not connecting in here. And so there are two ways of living, and that's where you guys are going to be. You're going to be in living out there, or you're going to be living in here. And so what you're being asked to do, and this is where self-mastery comes in, is how can you do both? That's the greatest gift, is how can you still be engaged in what you have here while you're allowing that radiating love to come through you. And it's like learning to drive a car. First time I learned to drive a standard, right? You have to learn to shift and to, take your foot off the gas and clutch and, and it's just like that. And then before you know it, it becomes an automatic thing. You don't have to think about it anymore. But that's exactly where you're being asked to go to. That's the whole big cracking open. How can you sustain and allow yourself to feel in love, being in love in your bliss states, your joy states, your happiness states for as long as you possibly can? And if you're in a twin flame or a sacred union connection, where you can actually feel that within you with another, how long can you allow yourself to be connected here? How often? And what happens? Some fears might come up. Tackle them. Don't be afraid. You can totally do this. Okay. You are the most magnificent person in this whole experience. And so something I always say in all my coaching, and that is make you the greatest project of your life, because when you do, and you look at every aspect of what makes you beautiful, you, handsome you, fantastic you, whoever is watching, right? Because I've got divine masculine, divine feminine. Some of you will watch this later. Fantastic. But that's really the fundamentals, guys. It's when we can allow ourselves to be connected. And what are we connected to? Like, what are we really connecting ourselves to? And how does it make us feel when we're connected? Like right now is going to be a really big time to start thinking about, okay, I got, like, for example, I'll talk about me. So I have this house and I love, it's beautiful. It has everything that I love, but it's got a big price tag with it. And if I want to take on a new adventure in my life, am I going to let this connection that I'm creating to hold me back from the potential of where I could be and where I could go? Right. And so that's what I'm talking about, is you can have things, you can have beautiful things around you. It's just that how connected are you to those things? And are they helping you to take you into the direction of where you want to go? Or are they kind of holding you back? And I find that stuff holds us back, because we have to think about all of the things we have to do, right? It's like, if I have to go and do that, that means I have to clean up this. And that's why sometimes it's really nice to have that minimalist mindset, right? That's why a lot of us went into that minimalist movement. I'm still working on that. I have a lot to get rid of. But it's when we can have not as much stuff, but just have some of those key little things that we take with us that kind of make us smile. They spark joy, right? And so what are you connected to? That's all I have to ask and that's what you're going to be asked at this time. And it's about mastering the within and allowing yourself to be curious. That's the other part to this. Okay. And I love that word. Like, I love that word, because it elicits potential. And it allows you to then be open, that it doesn't have to fit in a box. Okay. For me, for the longest time, I wanted everything to fit into a box. But now I find that the more I can just sort of blur those lines and sort of allow it to take me beyond where it's going to go. And it's having that curious mindset It's being open. It's living in potential. And that's where you were when you first fell in love, by the way, is you guys were in the streams of potentiality. You weren't already going, okay, we have to, it's got to be this, 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 this. You were just going, oh my God, like, what is this going to be? It could be anything. And that's where you want to enjoy yourself, is you want to be in the bliss of being in the potential of the unfolding, right? The delicious unfolding, as I'm always talking about. Okay. So I think that's about it. Okay. No, there's a couple other things. So I love Clarissa Estes. So I told you guys this before. What I really love about her is she says that when we can ask ourselves how we feel about something on the surface, and then to ask ourselves again how we feel about it on the inside. There's going to be two kind of answers. There's going to be the, how do I feel about my sacred partner? Hey, Alicia, did I say your name right? We're doing good. You want a reading? I sure can. I'm just about to get into the cards and I can pull that out for you. Welcome. Mwah, mwah. We're going to get into those readings soon. I just need a little bit more information. Hi, girl. Yes, welcome. I just lost my train of thought. Okay, thank you. Good. That when we're faced with something, okay, and it's faced with, let me get a tangible example. When we're trying to placate somebody, when we're trying to be nice. And, before COVID, right, you'd go out with friends and be like, hey, do you want to go to a movie? What do you want to see? And if you're kind of that being nice and easy, you might kind of go, oh, well, I don't care. That's your outside. But inside, you're like, I really want to see the new Avatar or whatever it is. I love that movie. That's what it's going to all be about, right? Is here you're giving one portrayed answer, but inside you have something else that you're experiencing. So which one are you going to be authentic to? Okay. And that's the biggest one. And that's going to help you to crack open. That's going to help you to crack open. Okay. So let's get into this. Okay, Alicia, do you have a question for me? What do you want to know? What is it that you want to know? Alicia Snowden. Sorry, I said your last name, but they'll see you in the chat. They look at the live. I can get a little bit of energy from you, but I need a bit more because you're kind of closed off. Well, you're open. You tell me. You tell me what you want to know, okay? And I'm just going to pull out some general cards right now of sort of what's happening. Overall general theme, if there's any messages. Oh, what it is. Okay. So, Leisha, I'm going to put your question at the top here. Okay, so what's the outcome that I see for you and Brandon? What are his intentions? Okay. Okay, so I've got Knight of Wands that instantly just flipped right out. So he's a little bit of a player. And, and that's okay. Like we all have our times in our journey where we want a little bit of everything. But how do you feel his intentions are? Like, that's what I want to know, hun, is, has he done you right? I'm going to pull out more here because that one flipped right over. Whatever he has shown you in the past, is who he is. Don't question it. Now, if he shows you to be something else, that'll be different. But Leisha, all I have to say is if there is something that is troubling you in this connection, okay, and that you may not have liked that I put your name up, and I'm sorry. Just know that your connection is yours, okay? And you can make it whatever you want it to be within yourself. But the thing is this, is that you've got to love yourself first, hun. Okay, so this is what I have for him. There's two potentials. So he is currently sitting in the Knight of Wands, wanting to become the Emperor. Okay. Okay. All right. It's like he's trying to come into himself. It's like he's trying to come into becoming the better man that he has wanted to be. Okay, Alicia. So if he's not spending the time with you, it could be just because he's focusing on himself. And he should be. You should be honoring yourself as he should be honoring himself. Okay. So I feel like he's going through a bit of a transformation. I know a lot of the masculines right now in the collective, they're going through big aha moments. There's a lot that is coming into their world and a lot of realizations to be had. This was the divine masculine year. So a lot of things were coming up. Now, whatever issues he's having, these are the issues that he needs to learn his own mastery within himself for him to become the king. Okay. I'm going to ask you to do one thing, Leisha. Okay. I want you, because I can feel you have anxiety and you're really wrapped up in what's happening over there in his life and all of that stuff. I don't want you to be focused over there, hun. I want you to bring all of that back. I want you to go, I pull all of my energy back to me. You are a beautiful goddess. You are a beautiful goddess. Okay. And I'm going to tell you right now, any guy, okay, true emperor, he knows what he has. And he'll be like, I'm coming in to get that. There'll be no games. Okay. And so you need to pull all of your energy back to you and you need to go, I am me and I know what I want. Do you know what you want? Alicia, I am finding that you're looking good. You do know what you want. Then I want you to stay, bam, right here in the center of you and your beautiful self. Let him figure out his mess. Let them do their thing. You'll be like, no, that's fine. You go over there, you do you. I'm going to be here over here and I'm going to be taking care of me. That's what I want for you. Don't be concerned. Don't be concerned. Let him go through what he needs to go through. If he's truly, and I feel like this is his journey, you got to let him have his journey. You got to meet him where he is. This is very much a part of him, okay, in his past. This here, the emperor, this is where he has the potential to be. But I'm going to tell you right now, if you guys have a really strong connection, okay, what will happen is he will meet you. So your energy needs to be in alignment with your beautiful goddess self. Okay. It needs to be in alignment with your beautiful goddess self, because what will happen is you will be that beautiful fountain of love for yourself, of everyone else. Even you can have love for him without the attachment. You can just say, yeah, I love you as you are. That's great. But this is what I am looking for. I want a fully committed relationship. That's what I feel from you, right? No sharing around, right? We don't want anymore. You do have a strong connection. So what will happen is you need to find your center for you to go, okay, I want it all, or I want it to be like this. And I don't mean that old list. You know, he's got to be tall, dark, handsome. No, I'm talking about your internal core values. What is most meaningful to you? Okay. This is tradition. Is it family? Is it passion? Is it having a full-on loving, conscious connection? Now, a conscious connection means that we're not going to be involved in an entanglement anymore. Okay. So I'm an intimacy and relationship coach. And one of the things that we used to do in our old relationships is we would have this agreement that I won't let you don't have to look at your shit. Don't make me look at mine. And we'll just sort of walk through our lives comatose. And every once in a while, hoping that sex is going to bring us back together. Okay. And then when that dies, you're both looking at each other going, who the hell are you? Right? So you don't want that. And the best way to get to having that amazing, amazing relationship is for you to go, who am I and what do I want? How do I like my eggs? What are the clothes that make me feel all super sexy and fine? Like, what are the things that I'm doing for me? And that's what I want you to do for you, Alicia. That's what I want all divine feminines and divine masculines to do, is you want to make sure that you're honoring yourself first, because that's exactly what they're doing. They're going to be honoring themselves first. And so the more you keep kind of giving, I want you to pull it all back, pull all of your energy back to you and love you. Alicia. I'm going to tell you one thing. Okay, this is what my internal guidance is telling me. You already know the answer to that question that you just asked me. You already know the answer. Trust yourself. And even if that answer is not exactly what you want to hear at this time, it might be one day. Okay, yeah. You've got this. So it's all about trusting and believing in yourself. Okay, I've got a few more people here that are, if you have a question or if there's something that you would like to ask me, please, if you're on this twin flame journey and you've got a question, then please do that. I'm going to start pulling out just a few cards of what I feel is happening in the collective. And we're going to talk about the energies as we get into the Great Conjunction, because it's going to be, hey, Susan. Okay. Well, that's typical Susan. Okay. Okay. So what happens is, and I see how I did this. Massive heart closure right now. You've closed your heart, and so has he. All right. So this argument that you guys had, I love how you said rant. Okay. So your emotional sovereignty is key. And what I mean by that is, so there's emotional intelligence, there's emotional mastery, there's emotional sovereignty, and they all fall into each other. And it's about becoming that master. It's about knowing that whatever you're in, that you can take responsibility for part of it. So Susan, with so much love, my beautiful, beautiful goddess, again, I'm going to keep talking about this. You need to recognize your sovereignty. You need to recognize how beautiful and powerful you really are. Okay. And we do this when we're not meeting each other. So when your person blocks you, it's because you're not looking in the same direction. You're not meeting each other at the same place. You're doing this. And so when there is it is a person's way of doing this. Okay. This doesn't mean forever. And of course you know that, but it just means you've hurt me or you've done something. And I need to put distance between you and me at this time because we're not honoring each other. And so that's why I want you to come back to yourself, and I want you to look at why the block was necessary. Okay. I know for you, you're probably going, when we have an argument, when we have a disagreement, we will vomit all over the other person, our fears, our limitations, and we'll put it on them. You must be feeling this way because, but really it's, oh my gosh. So what did I do or what didn't I do to create connection? Did I do this to separate myself from the person by ranting, judging, blaming, shaming, whatever the language was that you used in your relationship that the person decided to block you? What was it? And how can you turn it around within yourself? How can you turn it around within yourself? Because they're showing you you. So don't worry about anything. And I opened my video with this. And so if you go back, I'm essentially saying you're beautiful, you're wonderful, and you've done nothing wrong. Everything is perfectly perfect. Everything happens for a reason. Everything. Now, being shitty to each other, that's a choice. Okay. Now, if it's part of your journey and it's part of your development and it's part of your expression of self, then it is. So if you guys are blah, 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 blah on each other and calling each other names or what have you, that's part of your experience. All I'm asking you to do is I'm asking you to elevate it. I'm asking you to take yourselves through your heart to a higher perspective of what this potentially could be. Okay. You guys are really connected. You really love each other. What would you do to break down those barriers, to break down those boundaries? And the first thing you need to do is you need to honor yourself and you need to honor the other person. Okay. And to check yourself whenever you're about to go on and to vomit on somebody. Okay. Okay, Susan, thank you for that. So that's when I was talking about emotional maturity, that's what I'm talking about. He's not ready yet. And so, okay, this is a really good example. If I come at you, Susan, your first reaction is going to be like, whoa. Okay, that's the block. So might you not rant? Might you take that back and go, okay. It's not that he's scared. It's because he doesn't want to be treated that way. He's honoring himself. So you need to honor him, but you need to honor you. Okay. So when someone blocks you, it's their way of saying, I don't like this. I don't want this. Stop. And if you can't control yourself, I ask you to please see a coach, see a therapist to start working out some of these triggers or some of these issues that you've got coming up inside. Okay, Susan? I'm being pulled, guided to pull my archetype. This is your first round in 3 years. Okay. So it was like a tsunami. Okay. Okay, Susan. Okay. So that gives me more information. So it feels to me now that you've shared a little bit is that what has happened is you came into connection again, and all of your unmet rage, pain, unanswered questions, you just went, blah, and you just like vomited it all over him. Okay. And he went, ah! You like put the block up. Is that what happened? Please give me a confirmation. Okay. So I ask you, this is a really good example, Susan. If you guys are coming into communication for the first time after a while, sometimes it's going to happen that way, okay? Because that's how you guys are coming together. Not everybody's journey is going to be exactly the same. Not all of it's going to be all blissful and Cinderella-y and, all that. All I do is I ask you, Susan, to take responsibility. Okay, you take 100% responsibility for your part of the connection, and you make him, not make him, but he's got to take 100% responsibility for his part in the connection in the relationship. Okay, you're not two halves making a whole, you're two whole people that are going to come in and you're going to meet each other. All right, relationship and intimacy is all about trust. It's the foundation. You got to be able to trust each other. You've got to be able to share and love and honor each other no matter what. And yeah, sometimes you're going to have arguments. Sometimes you're going to have disagreements. That happens. What are you going to do to repair it? That's the biggest thing here. And so I'm being called to pull an archetype cards because I feel like there's something else that's feeding into this. Okay. This one wanted to come out. Okay, so we got judge. Yeah, so really judgy energy. So this is the first one that came up. You guys can see that okay. Yeah, this is the judge. And it's balancing justice and compassion, managing the fair distribution of power. So that would be the light aspect of it. But if there's the shadow aspect, it would be the offering only destructive criticism. So there's a bit of this that came out in your rant, Susan, of being judgy. And in a connection of love, the best thing you can do, especially when you love yourself, is to meet the person and to honor them where they are. Okay? You need to look at yourself and go, how am I not contributing my fair share in this connection? And what I mean by that is you should not be overly giving either. It should be a meeting. Okay? It should be a mutual balanced coming together, not a, if I just keep loving you, eventually you'll love me back. No. I also get God that came up in here. There's something about faith, religion. You might have some differences in how you see things spiritually. So we've got a benevolence and compassion, recognizing the eternal force within yourself and others. You might want to embrace some of that, Susan. I feel like you're on a little bit of a spiritual path. You might open yourself up just a little bit more. Allow yourself to be cracked open during this time. That's what this go live is all about, is this beautiful conjunction that's going to be coming in December 21st. And we're going to have a real Christmas star. We're going to have a real Christmas star. And so this is about you opening yourself up big time. This is taking your heart chakra to the next level. Okay. This is opening your heart to experiencing love in so many different ways. And remember, it's not out there. It's not out there. The love is here, guys. They're not giving you anything. It's right here. You guys are just in mutual admiration, feeling the love within yourself and loving each other, but then you're loving each other. And you're loving each other. And I want to be clear about this, okay? Because that's what the love is. Okay. That's the God aspect. He's not accepted the divinity of the connection yet. Okay. So it's not feelings, Susan. It's not feelings. Men are not afraid of their feelings. They're afraid of what's going to happen. Sort of if I let this get as big as it's going to get, okay, and so the biggest part of, I want to fix my hair here. The biggest part of this union, of being in a connected relationship, whatever connection you find yourself in, whether that be twin flame, soulmate, a partnership. It might even be a karmic partnership because you guys are learning together. Okay. All relationships need to be based in trust. Scared of getting hurt. That's exactly it. And it's the language that we use that helps us to better understand each other. Very good. What he's afraid of, hun, and what I'm getting is how big this could possibly be. And so it's actually not just him. You're scared too. Because if it's in him, it's in you. You guys share the same core wounds. That's why you attracted each other. Relationships and connections, you guys are magnetically, energetically going to draw in that which you need to learn about yourself and what you're going to help them learn about themselves. Okay, so you guys are going to share those same wounds. And so, Susan, when you first came on, I felt pain. Pain because both of you have closed off your hearts to what this possibly could be. And if you listen to the earlier part of this, once this is a go, I'm talking very much about allowing yourself to just be in love. Not the in love, but in love. And it feels just like being in love. When you're first in love, that's what being in love is. But guess what? You're doing it inside you. Okay. I hope that helps, Susan. Brandy, yes, you may have a reading. What question do you have for me? I can totally do one for you. Welcome. Welcome to Trusting Love Tarot. So we just hit 41, 41, 55. So we got some big changes coming up for you, Brandy, that I can see. I can already kind of feel. But give me your question, and then let's take a look. And I've got 7 people watching. 7 is that's really cool because this is my second go live. And I love this. I love being able to share my energy and get to know you guys and build our Trusting Love Tribe, because now you get to know me and you get to see if energetically this is a channel or a place where you can meet like-minded individuals who are on a similar journey as you. That's what this is all about. We're here to love each other. We're here to support each other. Okay. Ha ha ha. Oh, Brandy, how many readers have you asked that question to? I want you to write that down for me. How many readers have you asked that question? I have the answer. It might not be what you want to hear, though. She wants to know timeline for twin flame union. So what I'm about to say, this is going to help everybody. Okay. I do want to know how many readers you have asked, Brandy. I want to know. Don't hide it. Don't hide it. And this is part of being on this journey. 1. And am I the first one? Okay, just me. Okay, so if we were to do a one-on-one, I would give you more in-depth information. Okay, because there's some things that are blocking you. Hey, Ronnie Vani. Tracy from Australia. Woo! Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm looking at Brandy right now. So this is our beautiful Brandy. Okay. So we're talking about twin flame union. All right. Twin flame union. Guess what, Brandy? Beautiful Brandy. You already know. You already know. Because you already have been through certain cycles of your union already. You've already been through, you've been on this journey for a little bit, a minute, hey? And your heart is hurting because you really want to have this now. You're ready. How ready are you, though? So I'm going to list the following, okay? Have you been prompted to clean your space? I mean, really, like physically make space for your partner. Okay? Whatever that looks like to you, that's your truth, okay? So not only when union comes, okay, it will be it'll be these little cycles of fragments that are going to be shown to you on your path about what your union feels like and when you're getting close to it. And so energetically, you're going to be able to feel it. You're tired. Yeah. You know why? Because you're not supposed to be doing anything. You're taking on the masculine side, hon. You don't have to do anything. All you have to do is be beautiful, glorious you. You're only have one job, and that is to love the crap out of yourself. Like, I mean it. Like, I want you to love every part of you, like hard. I want you to love yourself hard. Like, I want you to wake up every morning and I want you to give yourself the biggest hug. I don't want you to wake up in the morning going, oh, I miss him. I wish he was here. He already is. You're already in union. You're already in union. What are you feeling here? Because that's the biggest part, Brandy, is if you guys are doing your exchanges, if you're connecting, what is the telepathy like? Have you strengthened it? Have you worked at that so that you can really pinpoint energetically what is happening in your union? You'll know the cycle. You'll know the cycle, so you already know. And now you're new to my channel, so your energy is new. If you were to look at my past readings, I actually give little indicators on how you know you're coming into union. Okay, so for you, you're number one, good. You're working on self-love. Excellent. Okay, so I want you to lotion your entire body. I want you to wear sexy underwear for you every day. Every day. I want you to wear your favorite jewelry, regardless of where you're going. If you're just in the house and it's beautiful while you're vacuuming, do it. Does it make you feel delicious? Do it. Everything that you do for you while you're loving on you, you just become this beautiful fountain that I'm telling you, divine masculines are like, and they just want to come and they just want to sniff you. And they're like, what's going on? What's going on? I want to check this out. And that's where I want you to be, Brandy. Okay. Your union is here. You just need to let go of the what ifs, have to fors, how it's going to arrive. You need to stop doing the planning and you need to leave it up to him and go, I'm totally open to you bringing it all in your most delicious fashion. I'm open to receiving you. That's how you know union is coming in, is when you're like sitting in that place of, I'm open. I'm curious. What's going to happen? You've made space physically. You've made space emotionally. Do you understand? So much love to you. I'm going to pull one card for you out of my beautiful star deck. Okay. And then if you guys have any questions for me, please, let's do this. 7 of Wands. Oh, I love this one. Brandy, do you know how powerful you are? I don't know if you know how powerful you really are. Can you guys see that? That's you, girl. That's what you need to embrace. That's you. You. Do you see that? Like that. And then here's this lion. And I'm getting a lot of, this actually showed up in my meditation last night. There's going to be a lot of that golden ray. Okay, so watch for that when you guys are in your meditations, right? And that's when you're opening up to and getting that divine energy. Brandy, girl, this is you. You can totally do this. Okay? I know you're tired. And this journey, it can freaking beat the crap out of you sometimes, hey? But that's why I opened this channel, okay? Is so that you don't give up. It's letting go. There's a difference. I let go where I kind of go like this. I go, ah. It's like every cell in my body is sitting on a beautiful beach chair on like sandy white beaches in like Mexico. Okay. That's the letting go. It's like, just let go. Take me. Let the adventure take me. Where am I going? Okay. That's the letting go. Giving up is when we're like, forget it. It's not going to work out for me. I never get what I want. It's that. I don't want you to go there. I want you to stay right here in the everything is possible for me. Anything can happen at any moment. I just have to love me. That's your only job. It's your only job. And to make you the greatest project of yourself. You are the greatest project of your life. I'm not gonna harp on that anymore, but I really want you guys to like go into that, go into the love that you have for yourself. Because and I'm telling you, even for me on my journey, I did that too. I mean, I gotta be like curled up in a ball on the bed, like just going, I don't want to be in this anymore, to kicking and screaming, not wanting to be in the connection anymore, and being tired and being worn out. And that's okay. It's all part of the process. Okay. And that you're doing okay, that you're not doing anything wrong. You're not doing anything wrong. Okay. All right. So I've got Tracy from Australia. You have a question for me. Hey, Ronnie Boney, I'm going to put you up here. Oh, that's a good question. You will know the answer. You guys, I'm going to tell you that every single time. You know the answer. It's just whether you're ready to see it or not. There's the twin flame. Okay. I'm going to talk a little bit about twin flames. How do you know if you're a real twin flame? So, yeah, there's all of that, the stuff, when you first meet and you do recognition. You can have that with soulmates too. With twin flames, it's different. It's not here. If, people go, I can't stop thinking about them. That's not it. Obsessive thoughts, that's something that we can easily do with anybody. We can have obsessive thoughts about anyone. Okay. And it depends on how you were brought up and how you're feeling about yourself and what is coming about in your experience. Okay. A twin flame. How do you know you're real twin flames? Okay. It's actually through here. It's the heart. Okay. That's what I'm pointing at here. And I've got Ronnie Bonnie's, but it's the heart. That's where you're connected. That's where you can't let go. And why would you want to? Because this here, I talk about this quite a bit, guys. So across my chest in the beginning of my journey, I still have it. That's when I know I'm not as connected to my divine masculine. I'll be talking about that to my Patreon members. I'm really going to go in depth. I'm going to share a lot of twin flame secrets. So for those who are interested, you can go onto that channel. I'll have it linked down below as well. But right here, you guys have the ability when you meet your twin flame, okay, to ignite, or a sacred union partner, okay, you have a flame, a spirit flame inside of you that is connected to your heart chakra, okay? That's your sacred heart. When you're in a twin flame connection, okay, not all of you will feel this, but it is possible. You have to open yourself up to it, but it's also about the level of connection that the two of you have and how connected you want to be to each other. Okay, that's the other part of this, but you'll be able to feel their sacred heart as well. So it'll feel like you have 3 hearts across your chest that are talking and radiating, and you'll have a whole bunch of other sensations, okay, which I go into in my teachings. But here, this is where the twin flame union is. It's not here. It can be because you're potentially, but all the communication actually happens here. Okay. And you'll know that you're connected to somebody because you don't want to be with anybody else. You just know you can't. It's like, and it's not like a can't, like I'm stuck. It's more like I don't want to. This here, this is your soul's voice box, essentially. Okay. Your spirit flame. Your soul is talking directly through your sacred heart. Okay. And when it gets cracked open, which is what this opening is all about, this great conjunction, you guys are about to be cracked open. And I want you to embrace it because you're going to go on a trip that is going to be so amazing and beautiful in your awakening that it's going to have you blissed out on nothing but divine. Okay. It's going to feel like you just smoked a joint and you're going to be sitting there going, oh my God, this is amazing. That is the potential that lies if you allow this to open and for you to be cracked open. Okay. Like it's enormous. So back to your question, Roni Boni, are you guys connecting here? I had a false twin flame as well. And I'm going to tell you right now, guess what? We were not connected through here. It was all here. So I ask you, that's the biggest definitive difference is where are you connected? And can you literally feel your heart expanding when you think of them, when you love them? Can you feel all of that? And bonus is, can they feel you too? Okay. Tracy, do you have a question for me from Australia? No, we got some new tribe members here. Okay, yeah, she does. Okay, let me just look at my questions here. Ah, you guys are awesome. You betcha I have time for you. Good, you don't doubt. You want to know if twin flames are real or not? I'm here to tell you, totally, Rhonda, they are. I am one. Okay, and that's why I opened my channel. There's a lot of twin flames, charlatans out there. I don't mean to say it, okay? I shouldn't be saying that. I love it, actually, that they're wanting to have it because they know it's possible. They know that there is a love that is so substantial that is out there for them. And that's what I'm here to show you guys, okay? Is that you are here to experience the most divine love that you can possibly experience in your life. Okay? You are not here to live without this. You are here to like expand. You are here to like be in so much love, bliss, and joy naturally. Don't get me wrong. I enjoy cannabis and I will publicly state that I'm in Canada. It's legal here. And I just went all blurry on that. But just know that wherever you know that you have been taken in your moments of bliss, however you got there, do you remember those moments? Well, you have it internally, naturally. And being on a twin flame journey, okay, there are some that are going to be experiencing the twin flame union. Now, is everybody a twin flame? What if I was to tell you that you have the potential to be whatever you want to be? That your soul is here to have a whole bunch of different experiences. And what if the twin flame journey, okay, so I've been shown that there's only a few that are on this twin flame experience. And it's not like a few as in not very many numbers. There's quite a few of them, okay, in the hundreds of thousands, and it grows. It keeps growing in numbers because more and more of you are wanting to have the experience. So you're opening yourself up to the potentiality of it. So I already talked about if you know if you're connected to a twin flame through the chest or through the mind. Okay. And you know that you have yours. I got so emotional there. I hope that's making sense, what I'm saying. It's just kind of coming out. Okay, Ronnie, I'm going to come back to you just for a second. So initially you could feel it and you thought that he did too. If you can get confirmation on your connection, it's the greatest gift. I have to say, like, my DM, thank you so much. If he's going to watch this, he might. That he's been so beautiful. Every time I had a question, he would answer it for me. Okay, maybe not every time, because maybe he wasn't in that place to answer me. It wasn't the right time. Okay, but for the most part, he answered. So I invite you guys, connect with them and ask them. Say, I'm having all of these really interesting feelings that are going on within me. I find it really curious, and I'm really curious about it. And I want to know if you're feeling anything too. So can I talk to you about this? So I'm feeling this incredible love in my chest, and make it simple. Like, talk about it really simple. What are you feeling? And it was when I could sit with my DM to say, could you answer these for me? Could you honor me? And he did. And so I invite you to do that. Okay. Okay, Tracy, I'm going to pull a card for you. So here's Tracy. I would love a card pull in regards to my twin flame as well, if you have time. Of course. We're totally here for you, girl. So I hope that you are, oh, look at you. You're so cute. A lot of younger, there's going to be a lot of, oh, I just love it. There's so many different beautiful energies. I can always tell when I get some really high vibe people that come on. Thank you for being here. I get the High Priestess. Okay. So what I'm being guided to tell you is that your instincts are like on fire, that you need to trust them. You need to trust yourself. That you, okay, I'm being guided that you actually are quite prophetic. You have things that you'll see or you'll feel them, and then they'll happen. Both. You can see and feel. Let me know if that's right, Tracy. And you doubt it. And then it shows itself to you. And then you're like, okay, I'm supposed to trust this. You're supposed to trust it. You keep doubting. It's like you keep going, like with the moon here, right? It's like you keep going to a place of doubting, not the union. You're not doubting any of that. But sometimes you do. Like right now, you said that you don't doubt that he's your twin. That's fine. But you doubt the magic of the union. And then you think that you're making it all up. And I talked about this earlier in my reading where, we go through times and this takes over. This is the monkey mind. And it goes, you're crazy. Why are you experiencing all this badass, right? Like it's a crazy journey, but that's part of the awakening. You're supposed to lose your mind. You're not supposed to keep it. It needs to go. It served its purpose for what you needed. And now you're going into a new direction. So are you willing to open yourself up to your intuition fully? That's what I want to know, Tracy. You're really powerful. Like you got the High Priestess. And that's also telling me that, remember, like if you've got these gifts, your twin will share the same gifts. And Yes. Yeah. You guys are going to share this together. Absolutely. Okay. Um, so I am being guided that when something happens, okay, so when you have a prophetic, like a visioning, or something comes, you are to write it down and you're to put it on your wall. And then when it happens, you're to put a check mark on it and you're to put it into your box of evidence that shows that you have these gifts so that you don't doubt yourself. Okay. That's the greatest gift you can give yourself, hun, is as you are honing your intuition more and you're mastering everything that you're understanding. Okay. And remember that how we see things, like even for me, like when I see things, I am going to experience it at the level of consciousness that I have opened myself up to right now in this moment. So as we expand our awareness, our consciousness expands and we become more. Good. Awesome. I'm glad that you're going to do that. So where I am right now is not going to be where I'm. Heck no. I plan on expanding. That's what we're here for. We're here to like be big. We're not here to like just do the same old, like all the time. Like how boring is that, guys? Like, you know, it's not about I'm going to make $1 million and then like, no, like that's all of that stuff is a lie. It's all crap. It's all outside. Inside, this is where the juicy living is. This is where the juicy living is. Okay. And that's what I want for you guys. So tapping into your intuition, owning your gifts, not to be afraid. I know some of you have had past lives where you were potentially tortured, maimed, for believing in or having a voice or speaking differently. It just wasn't the time for you to shine your light. This is the time for you to shine your light and for you to bring forward your beautiful gifts. And as divine feminines, by you doing that, you give the divine masculine permission to do the same, because remember, you're aspects of both. So all of the transformation that the divine masculines are experiencing right now, they're giving us permission of our divine masculine side to meet them and to be different. That we're not going to be the same. 2021 is going to bring up a lot of stuff between the sexes. Not that it already didn't, but what I mean is it's going to be beautiful. It's going to be us seeing the potential of our partners. We're going to be seeing them in a different way. We're going to be seeing everybody, each other, in totally different ways. That's what I've been shown for like 2021, is it's going to bring in a different kind of a union and a united consciousness feeling. And okay, I'm going to go back into my readings. Okay. I could go on about that forever, and we can talk about that in another time. But so I've got Rhonda, and she's concerned. Okay, so you're concerned. Okay, again, Rhonda, the best thing I can say is, and what I said earlier is, it's really important for you actually have the answer. Like, I'm gonna keep coming back to that, you beautiful, beautiful goddesses. Dang, damn it, you guys need to know that right here in you, your beautiful, beautiful self. Tracy, I'm gonna do this. You guys have all the answers right here. Go inside. Trust yourself. You know exactly what you need to do. You know exactly where you need to go. You know exactly what you need to say. Everything that you've ever communicated to your DM or your divine feminine is right. The only thing is this, is every time you make a connection, is that connection, is it bringing you, okay, so is it bringing you like this? Or is it doing this to you? Every time. What is it doing? Is it doing this, bringing you together? Or is it doing this, making distance and separation? And the reason why we make separation, we make it, by the way, is because we're not ready. So we'll keep the person at a distance. We'll block them. We won't write them. We won't do all those things because we're working on ourselves. And that's what you should be doing. And that's why I will always say to you guys, don't look at them. Don't focus on them. Bring it back here. Bring it back to yourself and really look at you. And every time you're seeing them in a certain way, remember they're reflecting back to you what you need to see in yourself. You are the greatest gift. It's you. You are the gift. You're the gift. Okay. And I want you guys to see yourself that way. You know? Thank you, girl. Thank you, Tia. I love being here and doing this with you guys. Okay. Now, whoever this can help. Oh my gosh, I just saw 11101. Okay. There's so much transformation that is potential, that is sitting in that stream of potentiality. All you have to do is tap into it, to be open and to be curious, to allow this love to take you on the most magical adventure of your life. It's just going to take you on the most magical adventure of your life. Why wouldn't you want it to? Allow yourself to get through the purging. Allow yourself to have those moments of not getting along. But I'll always say this, and I've been saying in all of my readings, is you know you're in a true loving connection when you keep choosing the love. You keep choosing each other. You keep choosing the love. You keep choosing yourself. You just keep choosing it over and over and over and over again. Okay, and there's something else that I'm supposed to be mentioning, and it's this. It's that, okay, and I haven't brought out any of my sizzle, but I am going to do a really quick read for you guys that are still here. Okay, how do you know you're really in love with someone? Intimacy, being intimate, having sex, okay, is the most vulnerable act that we can possibly do. Now, a lot of us, and I'm going to say us because I was part of this, in my past, the only way I could really connect is if, I had some alcohol in my system or something, right? I hadn't healed those wounds. I wasn't really ready to be vulnerable. And it wasn't until I went through all of my studies on sexual therapy that I really opened myself up to understanding some of my blockages and how I couldn't really be vulnerable with someone. So in our intimacy, and it's good to have desire. It is so good to have desire, okay, and to honor it, to allow yourself to feel pleasure and to feel the passion and to feel the heat and to let it run all through your body. Make love to yourself. I talk about this all the time. Okay, it's really important to know yourself. But I really want to talk about this. So, you know you're really in love with someone when you can radiate from your heart chakra desire, the wanting to make love to them. And it comes from here. It doesn't come from the loins. You don't feel the loins on fire first. It comes from the heart. You know that you're in just a sexual relationship when only the loins are involved, when you get hot down there. And that's when you know that you're connecting only from that place. So you can't really get vulnerable. You can't really open yourself up, and you're not really going to have an amazing time, you see, because they're connected. So if you're going to have the most amazing, delicious, passionate, desirable experience of your life in between the sheets with your ultimate lover, you want to be able to feel that right here. to want to make love to somebody. And the desire, it's like fire. It feels like there is a flame that has ignited in your heart chakra. And the desire that you have for the person is a desire to be seen. It's a desire to be naked. It's a desire to be consumed. And that's one of our biggest fears, isn't it? As a human species, that we'll be absorbed, that will disappear, that we won't exist. And we are afraid of that in a lot of relationships. You see, we're not afraid of the feelings. We're not afraid of this bliss. We're afraid of losing ourselves in it. The greatest gift that you can give yourself is as you're mastering the energies, as you're mastering yourself. And that's why your number one job is to love yourself and make you the greatest project of your life. Okay. The more that you keep allowing that to come up inside of you, imagine what your life is going to be like. Imagine the people that will come into your life, that you will allow to come into your life. And imagine the men that will come into your life and come into your body. Because who will you share your body with then? If what you have here is so expansive and amazing, who will you share your body with then? Okay. I'm going to do a quick reading. Yeah. Okay. Abuse is huge in a lot of our lives. We're actually brought up in really abusive homes. I'd like to say that for those who have, and all of you have, you've all had quite an interesting childhood, full of adversity, and some of it wasn't so beautiful. Some of it was really quite downright shitty. And I'm so proud of you that you are here now as adults and that you are making a different choice for yourself, that you are seeing your life in a different way, and that you're ready to take it on in a different way. Your inner child still needs you. So part of the going within, okay, is connecting with your inner child. Okay, so I am actually working on a course right now on healing the inner child wounds and how to tap into that. And it's just going to be one of the courses that I'll have on my Patreon for my Patreon members. So for, as little as $11 a month, you can get access to all of my twin flame stuff, all of my courses, everything that I'm going to be revealing will be all on there. Okay, for those who want to see it. Now, here, what I'm going to talk about is how to help you guys into your union within yourself. But once you have it here, you also have it with another. So if you're already in connection with your twin through your chest, what I'm advising you to do is also going to help your connection in your chest with them. Okay. And am I going to have all the answers? No, because you have all the answers. And I'm always going to lead you right back to you in trusting yourself. Okay. To trust yourself. Number one, love yourself and trust yourself. Okay, so let's get into some of these readings here. Okay, so Rhonda, you are concerned with another possible twin flame or as an individual. There are some times where we feel like there is a chance where there is a multiple twin flame connection. Okay. Only you know that to be true within yourself. It's a really good question. I believe that our soul has many opportunities to become whatever it is that it wants to experience in this lifetime for it to reach its highest potential. That's what we're here to do. And so sometimes we'll be fragmented where we have, maybe there's more than one connection that is that strong for you. There's going to be a learning in that for you, but ultimately you will know that truth. Okay. I'm being guided to tell you a little bit about my journey and what I experienced and how I was able to differentiate between the different loves that I've had in my life. So one of the things that I did is, and I'll give this to all of you divine feminines, make a list. Okay, this is really great for healing past relationships. Make a list of all of the relationships you ever had, at what age you met them, and what type of connection was it. So, and what I mean by that is, was it a connection that was disastrous and damaging? Was it a connection that was full of love and understanding? What was it? You'll know what kind of connection it is. Okay. And then write a little blurb about how it started and how it ended and who ended it. Okay. Are there still residual feelings? Are there still leftover feelings from those relationships? What are they? So I love Excel. You can see I'm already creating columns. Okay. And so what are the leftover residuals? Some of this, I feel, guys, is within your blockages for you allowing your twin to really come in and connect with you. Okay. Or having another person come in and really connect with you. Because what we tend to do is any of our pains of the past of other relationships, we will project that onto the person that we are currently connected to. And we almost make them pay for the pains of the past. So I invite you to do that healing work within yourself. Okay. The next step to that is, once you see what is left, what do you need to do? Now, is this something where you could actually call that person up on the phone and heal it together? If you don't want to do that, you can do it soul to soul, heart to heart. And this is really powerful because this is how you know who you're really connected to. It's when you can connect to those former lovers, former partners, however you had them. All right, Bonnie Bonnie. When you connect with them through the heart, allow yourself to feel the love that they have for you. Because if you are connected to your masculine and your feminine, you might be able to feel the energy of the love that they had for you. And you might also feel some of the pain too. And that's what you need to focus on. You need to look at what pain, what do I need to help? How can I help him heal? How can I help myself heal? Now, the main purpose of this exercise is to identify what needs to be let go of. And then in that heart transaction, because it is, okay, it is a loving transaction, but it's a transaction. It's not a relationship and it's not a connection. I want you to look at it as just that. What you're doing is you're doing a healing, a releasing. One of the greatest gifts you can ever do is to let everything go and then just see what stays. And that's part of this, is let everything go. Well, that's good. Deep contemplation about life. That's what they're supposed to do. They're supposed to be catalysts to come in and make you look at yourself. It's brilliant. People represent and they give us many gifts in our life. Okay. And so it's when we can embrace those gifts, that's when we become the highest versions of ourselves. And sometimes it's not the way we want it to be. Sometimes it's going to be ugly. Sometimes it's going to be messy. Some people are going to show us our shit and we're going to be like, what? That's our shit? I don't stink that bad. Yeah. Sometimes we do. And it's when we have to go, that's my shit. Okay. I need to start taking a look at it. Oh my gosh. Okay. And that's what this journey is all about. That's self-development. That's self-mastery. That's when you can look at somebody and go, oh gosh, when your twin is not connecting with you or not communicating with you or not doing any of those things, you can get to a place where you're like, well, it's not about me, it's about them. That's something that they need to do. And to honor that, to give them the space to honor that. I'm getting off track here, but oh my God, guys, I could talk forever about how important it is for you just to honor each other, meet each other where you are. And if they can't meet you where you are, it's okay to let them go, because eventually those who are meant to be in your life will come back. They'll come in. You will be the magnet and they will just be like, They'll be like drawn to you. Okay? They'll be drawn to you. I'm not doing a lot of reading in this one. It's more just kind of talking and really I just want you guys to love yourself. I just want you to see the light that I feel in you. You're so beautiful, every single one of you. And you have every right to experience beautiful bliss and love and abundance in any way that you want it to be for you. Okay? And it's when you're thinking that you're not enough, or when you're feeling that you're not beautiful, you're not smart, you're not whatever, that's this. If you were to drop it down into your heart and you were to go, oh my gosh, is that true? Is that true? It's not. Okay? It's not. Okay, let's just get some energy reading here. Oh my gosh, you guys. So Rhonda, healing that wound within yourself. Okay, that's really important. I'm so glad that you guys are here with me. Thank you. Here we go. We're going on to like, yeah, an hour 30. I think I'm going to close her down here soon. Let's just see what we've got. 5 of Swords. There is something about the fear of really feeling this bliss. Like there is something about how far could this love go? I know one of you already mentioned that regarding your divine masculine, that, you know, he's afraid of the emotions or the love. It's not that. This is your divinity. This, I feel like, and I even had this conversation with my dearest friend, and I feel it's the same for you, ladies. There's a part of you that knows that you are extraordinary, but you doubt it. Or someone told you enough when you were younger or wherever it was that you just didn't believe it. Why not? And again, I'm getting this same heart thing, 8 of Wands. You're going to be free. Once you decide that you can embrace your divinity, that you can be powerful, that you can be all that you are meant to be, this is what's going to happen. If you keep yourself closed off, that's where the pain is. Because you are afraid that if you were to completely step out and be all that you are meant to be, would you be seen? Would you be accepted? Would you be enough? And I'm here to tell you that you are, and that you will be. In the past, you might not have been, right? Because they were trying to squeeze you, keep you small, especially if you were abused, right? And so now you're afraid to show your aspects of yourself. But you're being invited and guided to do just that, to completely expand yourself and to let your heart radiate, to be as big as it possibly can be. See, because once you do that divine feminine and you give yourself permission to do that, you give your divine masculine permission to do the same, to meet you. And then where will this love go? Wow. And we're getting the 8 of Pentacles. So we get 8, 8. Yeah. It's momentous. It's momentous. Right now, the transformation that you ladies are going to be going through for the holidays, something is going to crack you open. Maybe it's this. Maybe it's being here, being a part of my energy, because you are me and I am you. You are an aspect of me. How do you do that? I want you to get in touch with that future self you know that you are. You already know who they are. You've already seen them. It's the person that you want to be. There is something inside of you that is telling you that where you are right now is it's not nearly as much as you know you have the potential to be. It's like you're like this. It's awesome and you're beautiful, but you have like all of this. But some of you don't see it. And you're so beautiful. You're so smart. You're so magnificent. Like if you could just see yourself the way that I feel you. Yeah, that's how I feel you. See, I'm getting all teary-eyed because you guys are so beautiful and you're so important and you're here to do really amazing things. You're not here to live a small life. Getting all emotional. You guys are not here to just eke it through. You are so magnificent, and I need you to not just listen to my words. I want you to take it into yourself and to go, when I finish this recording, I want you to go to the mirror, the closest mirror. I want you to look yourself in your beautiful eyes, and I want you to say those words to yourself. I want you to say, I'm magnificent. I'm beautiful. I'm bigger than this. Who do I want to be? Who am I yet to be? You are so beautiful. And it's not just this. It's not just your eyes, your boobs, your butt, and all that. That's all great too, okay? That's the physical manifestation of you. But inside of you, the beauty that you are and how you can crack yourself open to showing the world your fullest potential of who you are yet to be. Who are you yet to be? Show me. I can already feel you. I can already feel your potential. You need to feel it too. And you need to get to know that beautiful, beautiful spark of potential that's right here. And it's just waiting to show you the beauty of you in your entirety. In your entirety. Okay. So I am going over, but we're going to do, I have been guided to pull out some dragon cards. My hair is all over the place. I don't think I brushed it this morning. I got up, I was getting ready, and I'm like, I'm doing a live. Okay, let's do this. Okay. So let's pull out some Archangel Metatron. Archangel Metatron. Thank you for being here, guys. Like, you're so beautiful. I hope this is helpful. I hope it is. Love, relationships, and harmony. Okay, so Divine Feminines, please know. Good. Thank you, Ronnie. I'm going to put up your comment. Okay, so this is beautiful. Look at this. Yes. And that's what I want for you too. That's what I want for everyone. I want all of you guys to have this. And it's in you. It's not outside of you. It's not. You have it right here. Like, it's so delicious. Please go there. Like, often. And that happens when you like make love to yourself. It happens when you know, if you have kids, connect with your kids and really be present with them. It happens when you connect with your fur babies. I haven't got my Dachshund yet, but I really want one. It's just there's a puppy shortage. Everybody wants one during COVID. So no puppy for me yet, but someday maybe I'll be doing a live with my cute little Dachshund. This is key. Okay, so Archangel Metatron, he's my main dude. So I'm going to talk a little bit about this too. Okay, when you're going into meditation, how important it is to make sure that you're balancing out both aspects of yourself. So if you do have a guide or a guardian angel or whoever you are connecting with, okay, so Archangel Metatron is my dude. I have several, but I really connect in with Archangel Metatron, and I bring in Mary Magdalene to make sure that I'm bringing the love in what I have to say. And so it is really key at this time that you guys are doing the same, okay, for yourself, that you really are holding this love within you to be shared with everybody around you. And you become the example. You don't have to tell anybody to be a certain way, especially your sacred partner. You don't tell them to do anything. You're just the example. And they will either come in and they will love you as you are, as you're loving them as they are. And that's the other part of this. Okay, unconditional love is, I don't need to change you. I'm just going to love you as you are. This is it, straight up, right? And a rose is beautiful, right? It is what it is, and you love it just for what it is. And so you've got to see yourself that way. You've got to see your divine partner that way. Wow. Okay, so I'm getting this. And this is blue, and it's Madonna and mothering. So some of you very much are needing to self-parent yourself at this time. This would be a really great time that when you are in the thralls of your emotions or you're purging, to give yourself permission to self-soothe. Sometimes what happens is when we go into a big purge, we'll fight it, we'll resist it, and we don't want to go through it, right? As opposed to just letting ourselves be in it. You would do the same thing for a child, wouldn't you? Just let them cry. Just let them have their moment. Let them flood. Let them just express themselves. Give yourself the same gift. Don't beat yourself up. Let whatever come up, come up. And then afterward, lotion your entire body. Take a really nice hot bath. Give yourself a really big hug. Tell yourself that you're amazing, and that look at what you've done, how far you've come. Look at everything you've learned. That's the greatest part of this, is learning to self-parent. Your parents did the best they could with what they knew at the time. Now you know better, so now you can parent yourself differently. And this is how you're guiding, loving, taking yourself into a new direction, right? If you had a parent that wasn't very supportive of you, turn it around. How can you be supportive of you? Because as soon as you start doing that, you actually affect the past. That will start to go away. And what will happen is you can start doing some exercises. Yes, I can. I can do something on purging. I can. When you are, I'm trying not to stay off track. Okay, what was I talking about? Oh, I hate that. Okay, Ronnie Bonnie, I love you. You're awesome, and thank you. Always bring up really great questions, girl. She's awesome. Okay, mothering. Okay, how to really honor thyself. Know thyself. This is something I was talking with my DM the other day. Is so important to know thyself. Who you were is not who you are right now, in this very moment. You are not what you were. You are now, right now, brand new creation. This day you woke up, you're brand new. Every day you wake up, you're brand new. And so I want you to get into that habit of thinking that when you're ending your day, you're like, okay, it's done, and I release this day. It didn't go perfectly or whatever, or maybe it did. Just release the day. And then when you wake up in the morning, you're like, okay, it's a brand new day. Who am I going to be today? Who am I going to be today? What adventures am I going to have? What am I going to be doing? Right? That's all part of it. Oh my gosh, and we're getting this one again. Okay, we're getting the tree of life. This is that twin flame journey. Okay, you start here, you go here. You come over here, you come back here. You go over there, you're over here. You come back here, you're down here. You're okay. That's the journey. It gets frustrating, doesn't it? But they're all connected. They're all connected, leading you to your ultimate destination. And you know what that is for you, the ultimate destination, right? And it's not the physical union. That's the bonus. That's the bonus, by the way. The physical union is the bonus. What happens is you get union with yourself. And it's so awesome. It's so awesome. It's so blissful. Okay. And so that's what this is all about. This journey is so that it keeps getting you to go within. Don't go out there. Don't go to that person. Don't go to that job. Go in here. What am I missing? What do I need to be looking at? What is different? What has changed for me? What do I need to be looking at differently so that I get a different result? How many times have you done something? And I talked about this in cycles, okay, where you've done something and you know that you've been here before and you're like, oh shit, what did I do last time? I got to do it differently this time because I don't want to repeat that same result. I don't want to repeat it. It's got to be different. I can't do it the same way. It doesn't work. That's mastery. Yes. Passion, love for life. This came out of my last reading when I did live. This is what you have to be doing. Okay. Yeah, we can talk about it, Gia. We can talk about it. Put your question in here. You're feeling heavy. I can do a reading for you. Okay. So I'm going to do this and then I'm going to do a reading for Gia. And then I think I'm going to close this down. Okay. So this is that delicious living. This is that delicious living for the self. And I don't mean take. Okay. That's not it. You're not expecting everybody else out there to give you what it is that you can give yourself. You have it. You are ultimately the holder of all of that. You have it. It's right here. Okay. And so we've been taught to, buy that house, that car, whatever, when all you have is it's right here inside of you. You just have to keep going here. Okay. I'm glad. Good. Passionate living, passionate pursuit of self, passionate pursuit of the love that you have within yourself, whether you have someone by your side or not. That's what brings you to your union. Okay? That's what brings you to your union. You guys are so powerful. You just don't think you are. And you think that it's all happening out there and that you don't have any say over it. Sorry, my hair is really bugging me at this time. So I'm like playing with it too much. But you guys have so much, you have so much potential. And I want you to tap into that. I want you to tap into you. You can tap into them too if you're doing it through the heart, but not in a needy way. Energetically, they can feel that, oh my God, I do it with my DM sometimes too. It's like, I just want you to love me. Can you just love me in this moment? And it's like, no, you need to love yourself. So I'm like, okay, I gotta rise up in this love, but also the love of us. It's another language that you guys need to learn in this journey. And I can feel it from you. It's something my DM shared with me. And for the longest time, it was always me, myself, and I do this. I create this. I do this. I am this. I. And he would say to me, well, what about we, us, our? That's the language you need to hold on to. If you're in a beautiful, sacred, divine union, whether they're by your side physically or not, you're in it together. You're in it together. Okay, I'm going to pull out these ones for you, Gia. You have to share something with your DM. So, Gia, communication with your partner is an internal knowing. You know exactly what you need to do. If there is anxiety, it's not the time. Don't communicate. If you're feeling anything but calm, self-assured love, Or you can have excitement in there too, okay? But what I mean is you're coming from a place of like you can feel it's the right time. It's like divine timing. You can feel it. I want you to feel for that, Gia. Okay? If you've got something really big to discuss with him, write it out, get your words together, and then walk away from it, and then come back to it. Look at it again. Okay. Don't revamp it too much, because usually the first time we write something, especially if we're writing from our hearts, okay, and we're not writing from an emotional place, like, I need you to be responsible for the emotion I'm going through. Okay, not that. How many times have you vomited with your divine partner over email? I've done it. And it's like, oh shit, can't take that back now. And so that's where I'm going with this, okay, is that within yourself, trust that you know exactly what you need to do that is going to help your union come like this. And to always ask yourself, are we coming together or are we coming apart? Right? Am I bringing us together or are we coming apart? All right. That's the greatest gift. Okay. And then thank you, Tracy. I'm going to put up Tracy's comment because, girl, we're going to show you off. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you. You know what? And right back at you, girl. You're a blessing too. We all are. Okay. So let's wrap this up. I said it was only going to be 1:30. Guys, we're going on 2 hours. And if you're still here, mwah. And I think my son just woke up, so I got to go love him, make him some breakfast. Blueberry pancakes with some bacon, like the old-fashioned bacon, you know, like the really thick. I know I shouldn't be eating pork, but I can't help myself. Anyway, okay, let's get into this. I want to give you guys just a little bit more. Oh, we got some magicians in the. Oh, okay. So this is what I'm getting here. We've got some magicians. You are master manifestors. Olga. Yes, you can ask a question, Olga. I'm going up to 2 hours here. So yeah, I can do it really quick for you, girl. This is a really magical, you guys are master manifestors. You know this, right? But do you know what a master manifestor is? So you can manifest and then you can create and then you can co-create. Okay, so while you are envisioning what it is that you would like to experience, when you are a true manifester, it's actually coming from your heart and your sacral, connected with a higher mind. You have those 3 chakras that are connected that are going to create it. And you know why? Because when you have your sacral, which is creation, okay, and it's our desire, it's our emotions, it's how we feel about things. And that gets connected then to, plus it should actually go all the way up, but through your chakras, through the solar, into your heart. Your heart is going, yes. Your heart is the captain of the ship. If you watched my last live, you know that that's what I've been talking about, is that your heart is the captain of the ship. Because that's your soul's voice box. It's your true higher self. It's your connection to source. It's everything. It's truth. And so when you're thinking about it through the higher mind, it happens. So it's when we can get really clear about something coming into our lives. And that's why when you're thinking, if you're thinking something over and over and over again, the reality of it presents itself because that is your internal belief. So if you really believe that you are meant to come into a beautiful, sacred partnership, I'm talking like, let's just take twin flame and all that off the board. Let's say you just want to be in a really full-on loving, conscious relationship. That means you're full-on sharing each other, you're expanding, you're growing in union, you're vulnerable, you're open, and you're expanding. Because that's really what a true relationship is all about. Okay? You guys are going to be you guys are going to be able to create so much more in the authenticity of who you are when you include all three. This here will only project anything that you are currently thinking about. So if you're afraid, if you're lonely, if you're emotional, if you're any of those things, that's fine. Be in that, but don't stay there. Choose where you want to live. Okay? Because once you do, you see this? You are unstoppable, you are undeniable, and you can manifest and create anything in your life. And it's not just a relationship. You're more than just a relationship. You're here to expand yourself beyond and to have families, to have babies, to create new ways of being. You're here to become the ultimate divine feminines because we're changing. We're not going to be the same. We're not going to be the same women. We're not going to be the same men. That's what this great conjunction is all about. It's going to completely change how we are, how we see each other, how we're going to be together, especially once we come into union with ourselves and we see ourselves in a whole new way. And that's what's being asked of you at this time. So get out of your monkey mind, because when you do this, it keeps you stuck. It keeps you thinking and going into these spiraling patterns that are destructive, and you know what they are. And then that will take you into either addictions, codependence. It'll take you into other places where you feel you need to shut down and you need to numb, instead of opening yourself up to fully experience yourself in whatever your experience is in the moment. So if your experience is pain and you're purging, allow yourself. I will do a purging video. Thank you for that request. Okay. If you're in bliss, allow yourself to be there. And then I dare you to document how long you allowed yourself to stay there. Because that's the other part of this dance. You see, when you're used to living here, and when this comes in, we tend to kind of go to meet ourselves of the old person we used to be as we're becoming the new. And it's okay. It's all good. Get to know yourself. Document it. Write it on a calendar. If you like Excel, like Ronnie Bonnie and me, Ronnie Bonnie. I'm like, oh my goodness. Come on, camera. All you can see are my eyes. Hey guys, that was a little freaky. Okay. I've got a lady here who would like to have the question answered. Olga, you're new to my channel, so welcome. You kind of have an idea of what I'm about, but not really. You're thinking I'm going to be like a regular tarot card reader? No, I'm not. I'm here for you to reach your highest potential. Okay. So we're going to talk about cheating and loyalty. So, I talked about it earlier. So we've been going on here. I'm going to cut it off at 2 hours because I think that's long enough. And if you're still here, to you, cheating and loyalty. So I actually wrote this down myself because this is something that all of us have had in our past. We've either been cheated on or we've been the cheater. Or we've been a little bit of both. Okay. Or we've had it happen in the most painful way. And betrayal is a very hard emotion to heal. But I'm going to bring it back to the self. And that's where I'm going to be different. Thank you, Olga. Okay. I talked about it, how when you want to make love to somebody, again, I already talked about it, but I'll talk about it again. When you truly are in love with someone, you feel the energy of, I want to make love to you through the heart first. You actually feel the desire and the heat of true connection and love, where it's true love, where it rises up and it's in your heart first. Then you feel the heat in your loins. Your heart is always going to tell you everything you need to know, Olga. Everything. And some of it you might not want to hear at that time because you've put it into a box. You want it to look a certain way. You want to have the experience be a certain way. And you know what? Okay. If you can get yourself to a place, Olga, where you're open and that whatever happens, happens. So if you guys are connected, I mean, truly connected, okay? So that's the first question I have for you is, Olga, where are you connected? How are you connected to this person? Are you connected through the mind? You're like, oh my God, I can't get him off my mind. No. Are you connected through the heart? Because this is where the true connection lives. Here. And this is where true desire lives. This is where the passion lives. This is where I want to make love to you really lives, when you want to be vulnerable and naked with somebody. Okay. So I'm a relationship and intimacy coach, and that's why I talk about this. But when it's just from the loins, it just means you just want to get your rocks off. So I wouldn't be too concerned about what he's doing over there. What I want you to do is I want you to ask yourself, do you want to cheat? Would you ever cheat? And whatever decision you make within yourself to say, I won't cheat, that I will be loyal to this connection to myself. Be honest and truthful to yourself. I won't commit. I will be loyal. And to make up that decision for yourself, regardless of what happens over there, that you made the decision for yourself, as opposed to you going, I will be if you are. You see, because then that puts the power into their hands, and that's not what you want. I want you to bring it right back here. Good. Good. And that's where you need to stay. So confidence is key. Okay. And knowing what you want. And I'm not talking about the list of the tall, dark, and handsome, nice butt, great legs. I mean, that's a bonus. That's always helpful, isn't it? But I'm talking about the core values. I'm talking about your core inner beliefs, your feelings of the things that you really, really, really want in a union, in a connection, in a relationship. That's key. Okay. That's as soon as you can get clear on you, on what you want, you then become that fountain, and you will magnetically just draw a divine masculine. It doesn't have to be that divine masculine. If he comes back and you let him go, let him be free, let him do his thing. And if he wants to be magnetically drawn back to you, he will be. But you just need to make yourself so ooey gooey delicious, divine feminine, for you, not for him, for you. So that you can show him how to love you when he shows up. Right? This is when you're like, this is what I like, this is what I don't like. And he'll be like, cool, that totally fits with me, because I don't think I don't like that either. And he should know himself. Remember, you're two wholes coming together, not have to make a whole, because that's not how it works. Okay. I'm going to just, you guys are so beautiful. I could do this forever. Like, seriously, I could do this forever. Yes, good. But I do have to shut down. I do have to go and raise my son. I would love to stay here with you. I have so many comments that are coming in now. And I love you guys. Okay, I will continue. I might do a little bit of chatting after I shut this down. I might kind of keep this open and see if I can chat with you. I'll see. I'm still learning all of my tools, but I just want to say thank you so much for being here. If you are new, welcome to my channel. And if you like what you see here, then please support my channel. And you can do that by hitting subscribe, the like, commenting, please. I always write back to my commenters. And your opinion is your opinion. If you don't like what that's good. I'm cool. I want you, though, to resonate with you. And if you're getting triggered by anything that I'm saying, I want you to turn it around and to go, oh my gosh, it's something I need to look at within me. I need to look at myself. And that's what I'm here to get you guys to do, okay, is to see your magnificent selves and that you're all good. Even if you got these little parts that you need to heal, recognize and honor the healing that you need to have within yourself. Okay, so please do like, comment. I love it. I love hearing from you. And look at that. We're building our Trusting Love Tribe. I love it. I love it. Welcome, welcome. And if you feel that anything I'm sharing here is going to help others by you doing all of that, subscribing, liking, commenting, sharing, all of that, guys, other people find my channel. And it's so amazing because I've already grown so much. And I'm so humbled. Thank you. Thank you so much. I want to wish you all a very Merry Christmas. I know I'm going to do a couple readings just to support you guys through these energies, okay? It's going to be a really great time, but this time is the bliss time, and I want you to go there, okay? I don't want you to cover it up with alcohol. I don't want you to cover it up with anything else that you feel that you need to kind of shut down from. I want you to connect. I want you to go deep within, and I want you to connect with your divine partner as much as you possibly can, okay? Open up your heart. Allow yourself to be cracked open at this time, because those energies are just wanting to come in and flood you. So let them. You are so worthy of this divine, incredible love that is flowing through you. Open yourself up to experiencing it, because it's you. It's you. It's always been you. Always. Just go there. Okay. Big thank you to those who have my subscribers who have been here for a really long time. I love you. Thank you for being here, and you keep coming back for more. Namaste. I hope you have a really great Christmas. Bye.